Hey everyone, just to let you know, we're having a bit of a heat wave here in the United Kingdom. So I am recording this in, well, let's just say not the best temperatures. So yeah, I do apologise if the video comes off pretty bad. And yes, a little word of warning also, there is a story in this video that might upset a few people. So viewer discretion is advised. Anyway, hope you enjoy. Catch you later. Warning, this video contains flashing images. Two men were watching my house in a car. Trust your gut. About a week ago, I came across a video on TikTok that said, always trust your gut, and every time you leave the house, lock the door and look around you. I didn't think much of it at the time, but for some reason it stuck with me. A few days later, I was leaving my house to meet up with some friends. I was home alone. I locked the front door like always, and suddenly that video came to my mind. Something told me, just take a look around. I looked around the front. Nothing. Everything seemed normal. I had this weird gut feeling, so I decided to check the back of the house too. This is when I saw it. A car parked about 30 to 50 metres away, facing directly towards my house. Two men sitting inside. They weren't talking, they weren't on their phones, they were just watching. My heart dropped. I reached for my phone to take a picture, and as soon as I did, they started the car and sped off. It wasn't random. They weren't lost or waiting for someone. They were watching my house, watching me, and they didn't want to be caught. What makes this creepier is that 6 days before this happened, I was in a car accident. Not major, but bad enough. The strange part, for days before that crash, I had this nagging feeling something was going to happen. Like a little voice telling me, slow down, drive safe. I ignored it and ended up flipping my car. I didn't ignore this feeling this time, and maybe that saved me from something worse. Now, every time I walk home alone or lock up the house, I get that same feeling again, like something's off, like someone's still watching, waiting for me to drop my guard again. To the two men in that car, whoever you are, let's not meet. Hey everyone, if you like what I'm doing, why not subscribe to my channel? It costs nothing and it would help me out a great deal. Like, comment and subscribe, my friends. Like, comment and subscribe. Let's continue with the rest of the video. I found a stone with a strange symbol as a kid. My dad's terrifying reaction still haunts me. When I was around 8 years old, I went on a mountain hiking trip in my city with my family. While walking, I came across a strange stone that looked like a book. It had carvings and writings in languages I couldn't understand, and for some reason it felt like it was calling to me. My sister didn't come with us on this trip. She thought this would make a cool gift for her. I picked up the stone and told my dad that I was going to give it to my sister as a present. The moment he saw it, his face changed. He got really angry and yelled at me to throw it away immediately. Before I could react, he snatched it from my hand and threw it away. Then he grabbed me and told us we were leaving right now. We went down the mountain quickly, and to this day I have no explanation for my dad's reaction or what that strange stone was. It still gives me chills whenever I think about it. What makes this even weirder is that when I grew older and asked my dad about it, sometimes he acted like he didn't hear me, and other times he just said he didn't remember anything about it. But I know he remembers. Even now, if I ever talk about going on adventures near the same mountain, he reminds me very seriously never to go there again. What do you guys think that stone could have been? I was 12 when my godfather offered me money to clean his basement. I should have said no. I've never shared this before publicly. I need to, because even as an adult, I still carry fear, not of all white people, especially ones who act like a man I knew as a kid. My godfather, Lee. I was born in Georgia. My mother was 16, my father 36. Legal, but not right. She left him when I was 1 because he was abusive. He never hit me, but he was emotionally cold and dishonest. He never told me he loved me, but he did love telling stories. One story he repeated often was how he met my godfather Lee at a gas station in the early 1980s. Lee, a white man, called him a racist slur. Later that night, my dad saved him from being robbed at gunpoint. From that moment on, Lee said my dad was different and became his friend, eventually business partner. My dad even asked Lee to be my godfather. When I was 12, I finally got to visit my dad for the summer. One night, Lee offered me cash to clean his basement. I said yes. But the moment I walked down there, I knew something was wrong. My skin prickled, the air felt thick. At the bottom of the stairs was a mannequin in full KKK robes. The walls were covered in Confederate flags, nooses, lynching memorabilia, and white power signs. I froze. Lee appeared out of nowhere and said, smiling, "That room's off limits. Don't tell your daddy. He knows, but it don't need to be remembered." I left immediately, told my dad I was sick and wanted to go home early. He didn't ask questions, just drove me back. Years later, I brought it up. My dad just said, "Sometimes a man's got ghosts. As long as they don't haunt you, you let them be." But they do haunt me. I still get nervous around certain white men, the ones who smile too fast, who say things like, "You're not like the others," who carry themselves the way Lee did. Fake, calm, polite, but full of something darker. And I'll be honest, this experience damaged my trust in men overall, including black men, because my own father handed me to a man he knew kept hate in his basement, then told me to be quiet about it. I don't hate all white people, and I don't hate all men, but fear, it learned its shape early, and it hasn't left me. It has affected my everyday life and how I view white people in general. How do I reverse this? I'm 36 and terrified of white people. I can't get those images out of my head. Hold on, you're telling me there's more videos? Really?